Welcome to Tuesday, January 7th. I'm meteorologist Don Day, and you're listening to the Day Weather Podcast. Thanks for listening. Well, the Wyoming Wind Festival continues. For those of you in Wyoming listening to this podcast, you know how that goes. The Wyoming Wind Festival goes to January 1st through December 31st, or so it seems. It looks like the winds will again be a nuisance today through late Wednesday. It'll also be windy across the plains of western Nebraska and some parts of northeastern Colorado. But it's the I-80, I-25 corridor areas, the wind gaps, where the wind will be at its worst today, especially tomorrow and into tomorrow afternoon and evening. There is going to be another slug of moisture coming off the Pacific coast and riding along the jet stream. This is going to bring another round of snow to the mountains of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, and Colorado as we get into Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and Thursday. So another round of snow. Snow continues to pile up in the mountains, and with all this wind and drifting, we're getting a lot of different snow loading now as the snow is getting moved around on the mountain slopes. Avalanche dangers are going up with the additional new snow over the last week in the mountains and now the wind. We've got avalanche dangers increasing again, especially in Colorado, but Wyoming as well and surrounding states. We had some fatalities, 2 snowmobilers killed in Montana over the holiday week due to an avalanche. So just keep that in mind, backcountry folks. Now, as we work our way onto the plains Thursday and Friday, here's a little bit of good news and a little bit of bad news. As it gets colder behind this wave Thursday and Friday, wind speeds will let up. So we're actually going to get a break in the wind Thursday afternoon into Friday, but bad news is it gets a lot colder. Temperatures in many areas will only be teens and 20s for highs across Wyoming and Nebraska and 20s and 30s in Colorado on Friday, so it'll be noticeably colder. But the colder air, since it's more dense, it's heavier, will help slow down the wind speed some. And while we expect the majority of the snow to be in the mountains Wednesday night through Thursday night and Friday morning, there will be a few snow showers in the plains. Would not be surprised Thursday into Friday for some snow showers to get east of the divide across the plains of Wyoming, western Nebraska, western South Dakota, maybe a few snow showers in northern Colorado and the Front Range as well. But we're talking about just light snow or snow shower activity, nothing that's going to amount to a lot, but travelers Thursday night late and during the day Friday will need to watch out for that. Temperatures will stay colder, likely through the weekend. Next week, the trend looks a little bit colder as the jet stream is going to want to ride a little bit more to the south, bringing maybe the colder air further south into the high plains and Rockies, but systems will continue to come through the Pacific about every 2 to 3 days, which means, next week we're probably going to have to deal with bouts of wind and chilly temperatures and more mountain snow and wind on the plains again. So I know everyone's tired of the wind, but we're just in a pattern, folks, that's going to be hard to get unstuck from here for at least a little bit longer. At least we've got that time frame from late Thursday through Friday and early Saturday where there won't be as much wind. Thanks for listening to the Day Weather Podcast. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Have a good Tuesday.